very reputed institution, and I'm sure we will partner with ASCII more and more, and we will be able to do much better work. And CIPS also. I think Mr. Chandrasekhar I think you are the basic director of this institute. Some directors may come and go. You start, then there's a director again, you are the director. So your contribution would be very useful. And the experience, in fact, last 2 days I have been with ASCII with the team. There are a lot, as Padma Vegaru told me on the first day, that ASCII is an old institution with old walls, but there's a lot of young and fresh blood and a very enthusiastic faculty, which you will realize if you interact with them. And sir, I really feel that they have been, I find a very good material, human resources and faculty in ASCII. And my only suggestion which I had given to Padma Vegaru was that there should be more and more lateral entries into ASCII and youngsters. In fact, Quality Council of India, I had given an example, was also an institution with a great reputation, but basically it was a certification body, accreditation of various hospitals or NABL, this, that, and so on. But now with the man at the helm of QCI, he is attracting young talent from IITs and IIMs to work for a year or two, and then he's getting them admission, and with the good work that they are doing here, they are getting admissions in Harvard and Stanford MBAs and Wharton and so on. So it's now become a great incentive for young graduates from IITs and IIMs to join QCI. I hope that next time I come to ASCII, I also see young IITians joining ASCII for a year or so. And let me tell you, public service experience is a great experience. You will never get in the private sector. So an IITian these days, they want to work with an MP, they want to work with an MLA, they want to work for elections. So they are now, there's a change in thought of these youngsters who are very intelligent and brilliant to work with public organizations and learn, because here the numbers are large, issues are large, challenges are large. So for them it's a great experience, and when they want to get admission in Wharton and Harvard, etc., it is not just the marks that they see all this. What is different that you have done over the other fellow, because everybody with 99% or 100% or even 102% will apply for Wharton. So how are you different from the other man is what they are seeing and looking for. So you have a great incentive in your organization, where Shankarji was the principal at one point of time. They have all contributed so much to this organization. You have got a brand name, a brand image. I hope you get young blood also who just work for 1-2 years, don't ask for your pension or provident fund or any other gratuity, and they leave again. Let them come and go work and then go back. This circulation, if it happens in ASCII, I'm sure it will reach much, much bigger heights. And CIPS also, because I should also thank CIPS, who has really invited me to attend this function and say a few words. I thank this organization. I wish the organization all the best, because innovations is the key word, the buzzword. After, in fact, before e-governance, it is innovations only. Innovation doesn't mean any invention or discovery, but doing even a routine thing a little differently, which helps processes to to be faster implemented, or to be able to deliver things faster. So innovation in administration is a very important thing. It will always be there. There is no end to innovation. So I wish CIPS also all the best. Thank you all very much once again for having come and patiently heard me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was conventional wisdom, as you would agree, friends in the audience and distinguished colleagues.
Of suffering the speaker.
No, of years, decades, I would say, of domain expertise and wealth of experience in the government. Thank you so much, sir. I'm personally and on behalf of CIPS, I'm beholden to you and much obliged to you. And at this point in time, I would like to acknowledge with sincere gratitude the presence of our chairman, beloved chairman, Shri Padmanabhai Garu, and also Shri R.B. Saldana, who is a member on our Court of Governors, a former chairman of Hindustan Lever in the South Americas. And I have been keeping track of Shri Padmanabhai Garu's arrival because he made an attempt, the trees blocked the road, went back, then he made a second attempt, made a third attempt. I'm grateful to you, sir, your presence. Yeah. And so that was a fantastic kind of lecture. I would once again thank Shri Vishwanath Garu, and we will have a short session of interaction now. If any of the members from this August House would like to make a suggestion or view, I would request you to identify kindly yourself and then address it to the dais.
Especially to the professionals, you won't get your mark over this.
But, yeah, youngsters are sitting at the back. Fine, sir. Well then, I would consider, obviously, as was evident, the talk was very crisp, cogent, clear. So we will have perhaps some concluding remarks now, and I would now request our beloved chairman, Sri Padmanabhai Garu, to. Well then, friends, as I said, CIPS has carved for itself a niche for itself over the past 6 years, has done, even at the risk of sounding immodest, I would say, since I am standing here as the director of CIPS, immense amount of work in what it stands for, what its mandate is in terms of nurturing, creating a climate and nurturing a culture for accelerating and diffusing innovations in public systems. And that has happened basically because of the extensive support being extended both by the central government and the state governments, because the primary stakeholders of CIPS are the governments at the center and state, with whom CIPS clearly works, works every day, in fact. And we are taking the mandate forward, and as I said, Mr. Chakrapani is not here, he is not yet arrived, but much of the work has happened during his time of 5 years, though I was there at initial stages for about 1 year, 3 months. So I would once again like to acknowledge with gratitude the presence of the dignitaries here, and would like to also propose that we felicitate the dignitaries here, because as chairman of the Court of Governors of ASCII, Shri Padmanabhai Garu has been a great source of inspiration and encouragement to the CIPS, and as the DG of the steering committee of CIPS, Professor Paramita Dasgupta has always been encouraging for us to go forward in our initiatives. And I know this because from the times I was a director earlier and I am the director now, ASCII has lent great amount of, I would say, cooperation, support and encouragement to each and every initiative, oh there he is, that we have been able to put together and achieve. And so I welcome Mr. Chakrapani and Mr. Chakrapani, would you like to say a couple of words by way of concluding remarks? Of course, I have narrated to them the accomplishments and achievements of CIPS, but just a couple of sentences perhaps as to what you would like to say. Since I took charge on May 1st, so till then he was the director of CIPS.
Chairman of the Court of Governors, Mr. Padmanabhaya, Secretary Administrative Reforms, and a long-term friend, Mr. Vishwanath, Professor Chandrasekhar, whom I succeeded and whom I have handed over charge as Director CIPS, Dr. Paramita Das Gupta, DG ASCII, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy that I came just in time after a 3.5 hour journey from my home. I'm also very happy that I have handed over charge to Mr. Chandrasekhar after a nearly 5-year stint. The kind of support, the kind of guidance that we got from ASCII and all over the country is phenomenal. I'm indeed grateful to all the functionaries in different states and the Government of India who made CIPS today what it is. It has been a very long journey. At every stage we had to introduce ourselves to start with, and we have been able to make our presence felt. We have been able to, I'm sure, link up with at least 12 to 13 administrative training institutions through MOUs. We have been recognized as a training partner by the NEGD, by the Department of Personnel, and it has been a very satisfying experience. It has been a great learning process, and I would like to thank all the staff members who are present, who are continuing, and those who have left, who made this possible. It's not very easy for a nascent organization to be able to sustain itself, and I'm sure those who are in CIPS will be able to take it to greater heights. We got a grant of 20 crores from the Government of India, and I'm happy that we have almost left the entire thing except maybe about 0.5 to 1 crore as a corpus, and I'm sure that the successors and the Court of Governors would be keeping this money as corpus. It's not very easy for many organizations to be able to retain this corpus at the end of 5 years, having taken up a number of activities. A lot of people, including those in government and not-for-profit organizations, have made this possible. We have been able to link up with institutions of excellence like Arvind Eye Care, CMC Vellore, Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Medical Sciences, Wardha, and a number of others all over the country. We have also been able to establish linkages with international organizations. I'm sure the 6-year journey with the booklet brought about by the staff and under the guidance of Mr. Chandrasekhar would be able to elucidate some of these factors. I have taken over as Director General of AP Human Resource Development Institute. We continue our association. We are making use of the staff of CIPS to a certain extent by entering into a mutually beneficial arrangement both for AP HRDI and CIPS. We have received excellent support from the present chairman, Mr. Padmanabhaya, both as a member of the Court of Governors and as the chairman of ASCI. I have got excellent support also from Dr. S.K. Rao, the former DG, Mr. Ravikant, the former DG, who have been able to play a significant role in making CIPS what it is. I would also like to acknowledge the excellent support rendered by Mr. Padamveer Singh, the former director of Labasna, Mrs. Anjali Hazarika, who has been regularly attending the meetings of CIPS and has been providing valuable guidance. I would like to thank all of them over this 6-year period who have made this possible. CIPS has a bright future. There are youngsters who are making this possible. They have established linkages with various institutions. I'm sure these institutional linkages will grow with every year. I am also very happy that the Secretary Administrative Reforms, Mr. Vishwanath, whom I succeeded as Secretary in Irrigation about 17 years back, has been able to come and bless us with his foundation day lecture. I'm sorry I missed it. And I'm sure that the kind of support that we get in CIPS from Mr. Vishwanath and me at the AP HRDA would be substantial during his tenure as Secretary of the Administrative Reforms. We have started establishing linkages, sir, and I know that you started as Sub-Collector Tenali. I am now your part of that jurisdiction, Bapatla, where we are establishing the new institution, is part of Tenali. I'm sure you would like to leave a mark by helping us with whatever infrastructure support is needed.
Because our Prime Minister wants everything to go back to his first posting. So it is due. I have not been to Tenali. So I'll see Amaravati and CIPS.
Right, so thank you. It's a wonderful place. You know Bapatla, and it's hardly 8 kilometers from the sea coast.
I would like to go to Sri Lanka also.
Yes. We will build equally good accommodations, sir, so that you don't have to go to Sri Lanka for excellent accommodation. We have structured plans for building good infrastructure. Mr. Kondal Rao, whom I have been troubling for the last 3 to 4 months, has been extremely positive in helping us with the designs, estimates of the new building. We'll be making a formal proposal to NABARD for assistance under the Rural Infrastructure Development Fund, and I'm sure we
We'll straighten the road away.
and I'm sure we'll be able to get that money, about 150 crores, and that will be one of the good institutions to come up in that area, sir, and with your very active support and encouragement, we will be able to get that. I, as Commissioner Intermediate Education, was able to get 50 crores in 2 tranches for the junior college buildings. There was a lot of doubts expressed whether RIDF could be utilized for the construction of junior college buildings. Thanks to your intervention when you were the Special Commissioner, you spoke to the Joint Secretary Banking. At that time, gave a clarification that the construction of junior college buildings is possible according to the guidelines under the RIDF.
Thank you very much. I forgot it.
And I'm sure a similar effort would be forthcoming now for the construction of buildings with NABARD assistance, because NABARD under RIDF gives a reasonably lower rate of interest, and then the terms of repayment are very easy and soft. With these words of thanks and further appeal to the Secretary Administrative Reforms, I take leave of all of you. I handed over charge to Professor Chandrasekhar, a very admirable colleague from whom I have learned, one of the most precise speakers, very methodical professionals for whom I have great respect. I am sure he will be able to steer the further developments of CIPS and be able to take this from where it is to much greater heights. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chakrabarti Garu, for those kind words. And now is the time for me to have the privilege and honor, I would say, of felicitating the guests on the dais. And may I request my colleagues from CIPS to bring the mementos forward, which we could present to the dignitaries on the dais. May I request Madam Dasgupta to present this memento to our chief guest, Sri Vishwanath Garu. There are a token of our gratitude. May I request Chakrabarti Garu to come forward and present this to Madam, to Padmanabhai Garu. I should be presenting. Our chairman. And let me have the pleasure of presenting this memento to the head of the steering committee, Dr. Paramita Dasgupta. Let me also present this to Chakrabarti Garu for the immense amount of work he has done as director of this. Well, let me now formally propose a vote of thanks, and let me begin by apologizing once again to the chief guest, Sri Vishwanath Garu, for the delay in the start of the function. And I can see the disappointment writ large on my colleagues here in CIPS, because we have been working for the function and its success for almost 10 days now, since maybe 12th or 13th, in fact, of May, for the past 5-6 days. And as I said, the rain played spoil sport today, but for that, the kind of acknowledgements they have got in terms of attendance actually went beyond 100. And so the 100 chairs, I asked them to increase it to 125. So I am the culprit, kind of. So thank you very much, sir. In spite of the delay, that was a very, I would say, very inspiring talk about the innovations and the developments that are happening in the government level towards improved service delivery and better governance. I must also express my sincere gratitude to our beloved chairman, Sri Padmanabhai Garu. As I said, after repeated attempts, and I'm so glad that he is able to attend this function and be here amongst us on this very important day for CIPS. I must thank Dr. Paramita Dasgupta. When I said that we would be organizing this function, and the first thing she said is, whatever support you need from me, it's there. So please do go ahead and plan a great event, and I'm thankful for all the support that she gave me. And of course, I would be failing in my duty if I do not record my appreciation on behalf of CIPS for the huge amount of work that Mr. Chakrabarti has done over the past 5 years, bringing this organization into greater visibility and getting it the traction that it deserves or that it enjoys today. I would like to acknowledge once again with gratitude the presence of the members of the governing bodies of ASCII and CIPS, as I said, our very senior distinguished bureaucrats and Mr. Saldana. And there are, as I said, there are many well-wishers who have not been able to make it today here because of the inclement weather and the kind of havoc it created. And I do hope that they have had the opportunity of listening into the talks delivered here through the webcasting mode, which we made available. I must also express my thanks to the young participants from our ASCII programs, who some of them are ISS probationers and some of them are attending a program of the National Mineral Development Corporation. And my colleagues at ASCII and CIPS, all of them sitting here, who have worked, I would say, relentlessly for the success of this event. And we couldn't control at the end the rain, so we can't really do anything about it. The representatives from the media, both the print and electronic, again have braved the rain and are here, and I'm grateful to them. And I must also express my sincere gratitude to all those who have directly or indirectly, whom I am not able to mention perhaps for want of time. I would like to thank all of them for their very constructive contribution, not only to the growth and development of CIPS, but also to the success of this function. Thank you very much, and I do hope the next year's function, we will ensure that we do something that we do something reverse of rain, cloud seeding, so that we don't get rains, perhaps. Thank you very much for coming and making it convenient to attend, and good night to all of you.